Hi guys, it's Zilla back again. I've got another review. This time it's a pair of headphones by Beyerdynamic, the DT 770 Pros, the limited edition. I wanted to do an experiment. I know a lot of you out there, you use things like Beats by Dre, these sort of headphones which are made of plastic, and you know, they're not really renowned for sound quality, but you're paying big money for these headphones. I wanted to get a pair of headphones that are made for professionals, that are made for audiophiles, that give you pure sound reproduction of the actual recording. So I wanted to try and experiment. I picked these up. These are actually made for professional sound engineers, people who work in studios, in television. Beyerdynamic, they're known in the industry. They don't advertise, but they're known in the professional world of sound reproduction as being one of the top dogs in the field. Now, these are handmade. Each one's handmade in Germany, not in China or Japan, like Beats by Dre or all these other flashy looking things. They're hand built in Germany. These cost me £104, but for that price, that's a bargain. Think about it. German made with German handmade professional audiophile grade headphones for £104. Very, very good value for money. I'm the only YouTuber that's reviewing the 16 ohm version. I'll tell you that why in a little bit. As you can see here, this is the packaging. Analytical sound, extremely robust, all parts replaceable. There's people who've had this particular headphone. These also come in 32 ohm, 80 ohm, 250 ohm, and 600 ohm, I believe. The higher the ohms, the harder they are to drive. The reason I wanted 16 ohms, very easy for a mobile device to drive them, like a phone, an iPod, something like that. These are actually easier to drive than my in-ear headphones. They got lower ohmage on these. These are the limited edition black, because they're all in black, including the ear cups. Now I'll show you around the packaging real quick. Now, the back of it here, they're endorsed by Van Romain. He's the drummer of Nina, Enrique Iglesias, Billy Joel, Steve Morse Band, and so on. He's actually quoted these as the best mixing and tracking headphones I've ever owned. That's his professional opinion. As you can see here, you can see what Beyerdynamic are for. They're for high-grade professional equipment. Very nice packaging. You can see. I'll show you this part here, so you can have a read of that. Beyerdynamic's DT 770s, 880s, and 990s headphone series has its roots in the early 1980s. These headphones have been around since the early 1980s. And they haven't changed much. There's a reason for that. If they ain't broke, don't fix them. That's how it works. Since then, millions of audio professionals from all parts of the world have become loyal users of Beyerdynamic products, which is fact. It's fact. End of. I ain't going to lie to you guys. I'm telling you the truth. The series has been designed to cater for listening in a wide variety of environments thanks to different headphone construction. So these are a closed back studio stroke stage headphone, which means they're not semi-open, they're not fully open. So fully open headphones are for critical listening and mastering. Semi-open is for reference monitoring. Closed back, these are designed to be used in loud environments by sound engineers and professionals. I'm not going to read all this. You can pause that, read it yourself. I'll show you this bit as well. So if you want to read that too, you can. I'll bring that up there for you guys. As you can see, here's a picture. You can see how they can take them apart and replace all parts in them. Now these basically been around for what, 30 years? 30 years. It's like a DNA bloodline. Let's put it that way. Let me show you some of the specs real quick, then we'll start going into what comes in the package and so on. So transducer type, dynamic, they're closed back. Nominal frequency response, 5 to 35,000 hertz. That is phenomenal, guys. I'm telling you, the human ear can't pick up that frequency range. We can't hear that as far as these go. That's how much of a range, the frequency range these things go. 16 ohm impedance. That's very, very important. As I said, I've got in-ears that are harder to drive than these. I wanted these because I wanted to run them off my mobile phone devices and so on. Nominal SPL 96 decibels. Nominal THD 0.2%, less than, well, 0.2%. That's fantastic, that amount. Ambient noise attenuation, I can't pronounce it properly, approximately 20 dBA. Weight without the cable 270 grams, and the cable on this is a 3 meter or 9.8 foot straight cable, guys. They also have a gold-plated mini stereo jack plug, an eighth of an inch or 3.5 mil, and a 1/4 inch adapter, which is 6.35 mils. So they come in here. I've already been using them. I'll show you what comes in the box now. So you get the headphones, you get a pamphlet, you get this carry bag. Nothing amazing, but it is what it is. And you get the adapter here, the 1/4 inch adapter, and I'll show you the headphones right now here. Now this cable is very long. It's 3 meters, guys. Difficult to live with, but I don't care. They're that good, these headphones. This is a screw-on. It's not a push-on. You have to screw it onto the 3.5. That's a sign these are for professional use when they're screw-on like this. Cheap consumer ones are usually push-on. These are screw-on. Now, look at that 3.5 mil jack. Look at how thick and how chunky and solid that is. You can see that ain't gonna break. Now, if you look at the other end here of the cable, again, it's fixed. You cannot detach this cable. But look how thick that wire is. Massively thick. Let me put the wire down here a little bit and show you around the headphones. Plastic ear cups here with DT 770 Pro limited edition in 16 ohms. Got that kind of marble crazed look. It's subjective if you like the look or if you don't like the look. I think they look smart. I think they look nice and retro, old school, proper Run DMC time, that sort of thing. All metal here. I'm not sure. I think this is spring steel. It's definitely metal, but it's all in matte black. I love that look, matte black. And here you've got a port that vents the bass. So you get a deeper bass on these because the vent, and there's one there on that one. Here you see the Beyerdynamic branding with their logo with the letter R and the braille there. And then here you've got the same but for the L for left. You've got the wires that run down into each ear cup, and this is a removable headband which you can replace when it wears out. Very soft, cushiony, nice thick headband. Really distributes the weight beautifully across the top of the head. See, it just clips off and you get another one put it on. These ear cups, they can be removed. There's videos on YouTube how to do it, and you can order some more and replace them. Now these ear cups here, these are actually made of velour, the outside. Not leather, not PVC, velour. Very, very soft. Very cushiony. It's like wearing pillows on your ears. Beautiful. Massive openings here, massive. My ears don't touch these, and they're so comfortable. When you wear them, there's good clamping force, but it's so comfortable, guys. I need to stress that, how nice these feel on the head. And because they're velour, you don't get sweaty, hot ears. I know that's something, some of you suffer from. But with these, you don't get that problem. Now, there's sound engineers that have been using the same pair of these for over 15 years. That's how good quality these are built. Hand-built in Germany. Inside, you've got nice acoustic foam. And man, I mean, I personally like the look of them. They're not pretty to most people, but I like it. I'm old school. I like the retro look of these. 270 grams in weight. Now, that's without the cable. Now let's talk about performance of these. What do I think about the performance? People say they're neutral balanced, right? They're neutral flat sound. They're not. Because the frequency range is so big on these things I would say give about 5 decibels above neutral when it comes to bass. Very, very punchy, very, very fast bass. These things don't lag. They punch. They keep up with the music. The music's aggressive, these will go aggressive. The music is laid back and gentle, these will lay back and be gentle. These go deep, I mean deep bass. If these won't, they'll add a little bit to the upper bass, in my opinion. There's about 5 decibels, I said, above neutral, in my opinion. But for most consumers, that's better. But the lower bass, the sub bass, beautiful. When it kicks in on a track, these drop. I'm not talking about monsters. I'm not talking about fake rubbish like that, like Beats by Dre and all this. That's artificial and rubbish. These don't have any sort of falseness. You're probably going to hate me for saying this, but these aren't false. They are what they are. They don't add stuff to the music that much. They're pure. So low bass, beautiful. When it kicks in on a track, you feel it drop in your ears. Upper bass, nice and punchy, very, very fast. Again, I would say upper bass is not quite neutral. It's a little bit above that. Mids, I'd say a little bit recessed, little bit, but not huge amount where you're going to notice that much unless you're really a high, heavy audiophile. 99.9% of people will not notice that. But it is slightly recessed, but in my opinion, it actually adds to the experience in this case. The upper frequencies, the high frequencies, man, they are crystal clear on this. I mean crystal. They're not harsh either. They're just below that harsh level. I think any more they would be very harsh. These things can get very, very loud as well. Very loud with the right source to them. They're that easy to drive. You get sound leakage, I think, around 50% when you use these, but they are closed back. So when you've got music playing, you don't really hear the environment coming into them. Upper mids, I would say, they blend beautifully in with the treble. And lower mids beautifully with the sub bass, as I call it. Some people say these are a V-shape headphone. Then I don't think they are, personally, to me. I can't hear that V-shape personally, but it's subjective, guys, end of the day. I don't feel these lose anything, really, because the frequency range is so vast. It's amazing the sound you get out of these. Amazing. I haven't even finished running them in yet. I'm so excited about using them. They're so good already. I had to do a video before I finish running them in. Now, what else? Stereo separation is excellent. Brilliant stereo separation. I've listened to quite a few. I've had these on today for about 8 hours, non-stop. Stereo separation is excellent, guys. You really... Well, let's not... I'm going to sound like I'm exaggerating. Let's say very, very good. High quality stereo separation. You will hear left and right, no problem. Now, sound stage, or whatever you want to call it, space. And I don't know how they've done it. The problem with most closed back headphones, I call it sound space, you can call it whatever you want. That's the weakness of most closed back headphones. But I've seen myself on tests. These are almost as good as open back headphones. And I'm not kidding. They're that good. I don't know how they've managed to do it. There's not much reverb in the ear cups. There really is not much reverb. I'm astounded by how good quality these are. I'm not kidding, guys. You can hear the excitement in my voice, and I listen to a lot of headphones. Now let's talk about sound. If you hear this, see, I think that has something to do with it, with the engineering side of it. But soundstage is beautiful on these. It really is. It sounds like Killing Me Softly. I listened to that earlier on. It sounded distant. It didn't sound like these are on my ears. It sounded like the music's coming from around here somewhere, like around me rather than at me. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Now, for some of you, you're going to say, well, I don't want that, blah, blah, blah. Let me explain something. There's no Bluetooth. There's no noise cancelling. There's no EQ settings. There's no nothing. These are pure. They're simple. Purity is best, guys. When you eat a Kobe steak, for example, it tastes the best. It tastes at its best when it's pure. When you smothered it with sauce and stuff. That's what these do with music, in my opinion. Again, it's subjective. Are they portable? Can you use them outside? You can, but there is provisos. These won't fold down. There's no folding down, nothing like that. Oh, I forgot to show you this, guys. I should really show you this. Adjustable, very nice, easy adjustable hangers. See that? Very easy to do. Cable doesn't detach, and it's 3 meters long. They do swivel a little bit, the head cups. Hear that? Hear that clicking? That's a sign of quality on these. So these have a little bit of adjustment, and the air cups move like this. They've got the tilt and the swivel a little bit. A lot of tilt, a little bit of swivel. So you can swivel them to accommodate your head and your ears. They won't fold down. This is as small as they go. That's why it depends on how much you love your music. For me, I use them at home a lot. I'm going to be using them all the time now. Compared to something like my Bose QC35s, for example. Compared to my Sony MDR 1000X. They're both Bluetooth headsets. And people know already wired is better than Bluetooth for sound quality. Bluetooth is really just for convenience. These crush them. For sound quality, these crush them. I'm not talking a little bit. I mean, they annihilate those headphones. Annihilate. And this is a third of the price. A third of the price, guys. And they annihilate those headphones. They kill them. Kill them stone dead. You're going to ask what kind of music they're good for? Everything. I listen to classic, jazz, pop, hip-hop, rap, rock, metal. I listen to all the genres, dance, and so on. Actually, let's say this. With something like dance or trance and things like that, keep the volume, don't push the volume too high because they might get overly aggressive. Also, another thing I need to state here. There's a saying, you only get out as good as you put in. So if you use a rubbish source or rubbish recordings, cheap downloaded music, cheap, like it's 16-bit, these are not going to shine. These shine when you use, I actually subscribe to Spotify because they offer the highest bitrate music, and I download the tracks into my phone and then I listen. Man, you need to listen to high quality tracks. If they're badly recorded and badly mastered by the artist, these won't let them hide. This will not forgive that particular soundtrack. So if you're listening to garbage, I don't mean garbage in the type of music, I mean in the quality of the music and the quality of the recording. These will pick up that garbage, and they'll tell you by playing in your ear, this is garbage, basically. Sounds very weird the way I'm saying that, but it's the truth. I'm going to plug these into my Mi Mix. But believe it or not, this Mi Mix is got one of the best DACs and headphone amps built in out of most phones. These actually go a lot louder, this phone, than my HTC 10. Can you believe that? And it's as good quality, if not better. Check out my review. I just posted the review of this. I'll leave a link up there somewhere. Now I'm going to play some music. Okay, and I'm going to turn the volume down. Let me just put a track on. Right. Right. Hold on, guys. Right. Right. That's at 50% volume. You can hear a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Now I'm going to go up to 75%. So you can hear roughly the sound leakage. That's the 75% volume now. Now I'm going to go up to 100%. Now, 100% volume on these, no way can you listen to it. It will burst your eardrums. It will burst your eardrums. 50% is all you need, guys. It's loud enough, trust me. You go maybe up to 75, but I wouldn't, even 75 will give you a headache. That's how loud these things can get. So when I say sound leakage at 75%, it's not like normal headphones. These, compared to my Sony MDR1000X headphones, these go twice as loud. Twice as loud. Where the Sonys will start leaking at 50% on themselves, and this will start at just above 50% leak sound, but then that's because this is double the volume this thing goes at. It's really bloody strong, really strong. Do I recommend them? Hell yeah. If you love your music, guys, you owe it to yourself. You really do owe it to yourself to treat yourself. For £100, you're not breaking the bank for these, really. I mean, think about it. You know, you buy Solo 2s, you buy JBL headphones and whatnot. I'm not cussing those at all. I'm not cussing anyone who uses them, right? Everyone has the individual taste. But if you really, really love your sound quality and you really love audiophile grade music and you want to hear every detail in your music, you need something like these, guys. Until you try them, you won't know what you're missing out on. Like I said, these are not for... If you want that heavy, heavy artificial bass, not for you. But if you want... Actually, no, I tell a lie. If you connect these to your phone and your phone's got EQ, you can put heavy bass into them if you want. But this will give you a true representation of what the artist recorded, how it was recorded. That's what they're about. And trust me, the clarity, the sound space, the stereo separation, it picks up details. It picks up... shocking how much detail I haven't heard in certain tracks for a long time. So I 110% recommend these if, like I said, you can live with the things they don't. I'll leave links in the description. Below. Subscribe to my channel right here. Press on that image there. I've got a lot more headphones and audiophile stuff and phones, etc. Reviews coming up and comparisons. I'll leave links as in the description. We can pick these up from if you're interested. Limited edition. These got the black velour ear cups. Beautiful. Retro. They look cool, man. They do look cool, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, this is Zilla saying take care. Have a good evening. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.